All right, so I've driven here to the storage unit. First time I've driven here with the new car. It's a Civic 2019 Sport. It's a 6-speed manual one. Still getting used to the clutch on it. So, yeah, but I do have fans in the trunk that I've been meaning to get out because some of them are starting to get a little bit scuffed. And I've been meaning to bring them here for a while, so I'm dropping them off here today. So, yeah, let me go ahead and do that, and then I'll pick it up from there. So yeah, I figured I'd show the car before I go in because I know some people are gonna ask. See it, and yeah, it's a 2019 Honda Civic Sport 6-speed manual car. I definitely do plan to make some customizations to it, kind of like with what Brandon did with his car. For those who follow him on Insta, but I mean back when he had the silver Civic, the SI. I would have gotten an SI, but the Sport, I figured it was a bit cheaper to get. And I just wanted a manual car in general, so yeah. But this car definitely runs well. It only had 38,000 miles. I don't know if I mentioned that already. But I definitely plan to add some side skirts, a back whip bumper, and a front whip bumper. Some other stuff I'm thinking of is adding is a spoiler. Definitely going to change the whites to HDMIs. The logos, the emblems, so I'm going to change them as well. I'm not sure what I'll put. I might put a red one on the front and black and reddish one on the back. The emblems on the wheels, I'm going to probably change as well to red ones. But I do like that the rims are black and they're metal ones. That was actually one of the things I was planning to do. And the windows are already tinted on the back, so that saves me from having to do it. But yeah, it does have little scuffs here and there on like the sides, on it, especially like right there. But it's nothing that I can't get touched up. But yeah, there's the car. And this one's actually mine. It's not my mom's. We still had the Chevy, but this is actually my own one now. Something I've been saving up for the past few years to get. Basically, ever since the the Corolla wreck, I've been wanting to get a Civic. And throughout the past few years, I've been debating if I want to get a newer one like this, an older one from the 2000s, a hatchback, or an Accord from the 2014 and up. But I started for the Civic because they're very nostalgic for me. My uncle from the Dominican had one, the one who had passed away. My dad had one as a kid. And my uncle had a white Accord, so I figured it would be kind of like a nice tribute to him, having a car that he had, but also, like both that were Hondas. He had an Accord that was white, 2005 one, and he had the silver Civic. But I also like white a lot. They hold up well. And this one's actually not plain white, it's actually a pearl white. So it actually has, it's a little dirty, I apologize for that. But it actually has like a nice pearl look to it, so it's not just plain white. So yeah. But yeah, as you guys, I do more of the vlogs here, you will see it more customized over time. So I figured I'd just give it a nice shot of it. I'm just not trying to show the whites on this plate, because I'm not trying to go into it and edit it, or the whole thing as is, but yeah. So yeah, there's the car, and now I'm going to go ahead and go up to the unit and unload the fans. Alright, so since I filmed that portion of me having the new car, that was back in like mid-October, late November, and since then I have not been able to access the storage unit, which is why there hasn't been any videos for the Fan Collection Moving vlogs in basically 6 months. Reason is because while I was transferring the keys over from my mom's car key to this car key set, the key for the key that goes to the lock here got misplaced. And at this point, I just figured since it's been literally 6 months, let me get it cut. So I got my own lock here now. I have 2 keys, so I don't have to worry about that. But yeah, I removed the plug for the fans just because, like the other day, just when it got caught and such. So And today's not really too hot in here, but next time I come by, I'll reconnect the plug up there because I forgot to bring the step stool ladder. But at the same time, there's also some stuff in the car and such with like parts for the car that I got for the customization of it. So I didn't want that stuff getting damaged, but yeah. So let me go ahead and unlock it and see what's it like inside after 6 months. All right, now with the space opened back up, thankfully nothing's gotten damaged. It looks exactly the same to how I left it last time I was here. From what it looks like, the fans didn't really get that much dustier since they've been running the past 6 months. I just disconnected them the other day. But yeah, just seeing how packed it is, and just seeing how much space it still I have for more bins to go in is good because I still have like 8 of them at the apartment that I need to bring over, and seeing that it's still enough space for me to fit them in, and probably a few more in the back in the middle row, definitely be good. So what I'm gonna try to do is just move some of the stuff in the front down. That way I can kind of access and see what I'm dealing with and such. And then by next time I come here, I'll be able to bring some stuff over from the apartment because it's definitely been long overdue of me bringing stuff from the apartment over to here. So, and with that being said, I am going to be pulling out fans from here that I'm going to be selling. It's quite a few of them in here that I'm going to be getting rid of. Some of them I've had for a while. Some of them are going to local collectors, and then the others I'll be posting them like later on in the groups and such. But biggest thing is getting them all complete before I part ways with them, like getting the motors, the blade arms, the blades, mounting brackets, glass if they have them. But it's not going to be, there's definitely like a good 25 of them that are like between the ones that are in the apartment and here that I already have on a list of that I'm going to be parting with, and then from there on I'm going to be adding more because I definitely want to downsize a bit. And some of the stuff I'm giving away to local people for free, but like that's how much I really want to try to get rid of stuff. But they're not going to get tossed, so there's no need to worry about that. But there is definitely going to be a good decent amount of purging of the collection, just so I can free up the space and also be able to have space for newer acquisitions and such. But yeah, let me go ahead and start moving some stuff out of here, and then I'll pick it up from there. All right, so I got some stuff moved out. There's some parts here for stuff that I'm going to be wrapping up in this saran wrap so they don't get damaged, like the blade arms. And then there's some for fans that I've been meaning to test ever since this channel started, or do like a complete video of it all assembled. But this is back when I didn't have the right screws to assemble it, being the Hunter Augusta remote. So I got the blades for it here, the canopy. I got the motor for it at the house. I'm missing for it now is the light fitter that went to it, which I have other ones I can use on it, but just for keeping it all original, I'd rather use all the parts that came with it originally, even if they're not in the best shape and such. That's because it would also look strange if the fitter that I put on it looks more white than the actual fan itself. So that's the other reason. But yeah, that one, those are the blades for it there and such, and canopy. The only thing I just need to get is the bottom light fitter. I had the top light fitter for it at home. It's the portion that has the 3 lights. That's the only thing I'm missing from it, and I know it's somewhere in here. The other thing I'm looking for is the motor housing for the Hunter baseball fan that I've had since I was a kid. Not these ones here, but the actual motor housing, because that one I've been meaning to test for a while too. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in here I've been meaning to test, but those are definitely 2 on the top of my list, since those are the actual fans from my childhood. And for the rest of the stuff here, most of it, it's just getting them out and such. But yeah, definitely going to be, I'm mostly going to be working kind of in the front area to kind of see where's certain stuff, because I've only have a few hours here and I don't want to move too much stuff out and then I have time to move it all back in. But yeah, I'm leaving this bin right here for the most part, unless I move some of this stuff out of the way. That way I can kind of climb on top and see what's where, because if anything, I really want to try to get the baseball fan motor housing out and possibly find the Augusta's light kit so I can bring that back as well and reassemble them both and finally get them tested once I'm at the new test space. So yeah, let me go ahead and keep moving in, and then I'll pick it up from there. All right, so I'm further into the storage unit, and I'm looking around, and I have located one of the things I'm looking for, the motor housing to my childhood baseball fan. It's in this box of the Carousel 2 I got from Mark Wilson a while back. So I know where that is now. Just move some of that stuff out of the way, get it out, and bring it back to the apartment so I can reassemble that fan finally after all this time and try to get it filmed on video for the first time running and all that. So yeah, and as I do that, I'm gonna try to move some more stuff out of the way, and maybe I can try to find a light kit for the Augusta, and if not, no biggie. I mean, at least I found one of the things I was most looking for, so there was that to be happy about. But now the other thing is this kind of organizing the stuff that I'm finding along the way and putting them in like specific spots. That way I did not misplace all over this place and such. But yeah, so let me go ahead and get that out, and then I'll pick it up in a little bit. So I got the housing out, and as I moved that out, another thing I've been looking for popped up, the light kit for the Hunter Augusta. So I found that. I'm not sure what happened to the light pull chain, but actually no, I think it got busted. That's why I took it out, just to remind myself of that. But yeah, the other thing I'm just realizing is, although I did find the motor housing to the baseball fan, I still need to find the light fitter that goes with it. Not the glass, the actual thing like this, which I could probably steal it off of this one, but I know it's here somewhere, because I remember seeing it last time I was here. And I think I know which box it is, but it's more so a matter of finding that box. If I'm not mistaken, it might be in one of the boxes for the Honeywells that I got, the desk fans. So let me go ahead and keep looking around, and hopefully I can come around that to finding that. But I have all the parts needed for the Hunter Augusta at least. So at least I know that fan's going to be all reassembled and be tested sooner or later this year. So yeah, so that's one down in terms of completing it. Now to find the rest of the baseball fan. All right, so I'm up in this area now, and I found the box I was looking for. I do need to dig through it to see if the light fitter to the Hunter baseball fan is in here. And if it's not in here now, I know it was in here before. So it doesn't look like it's in there, actually. So it might be in there. I need to take it outside and really dig through it. But I'm just looking around to see if there's any other boxes that I've been using to kind of store certain stuff in. That way I can get an idea of where is certain stuff and where to look for them. But yeah, so let me go ahead and keep walking around, and I'll pick it up from there. All right, so it's not in that box with the Honeywell. I know in the black one there's almost nothing in it. If anything, that one's just flat. And SMC, the Hampton Bay SMC table fan box doesn't have it in there either, nor does the Gazebo's box. The only other spot I can think of it being is probably the Monte Carlo Micros box. As that is another one I know I use to store parts, but in terms of where else it could be, that's the only spot I can think of. Unless it's actually sitting on one of the shelves somewhere, loosely, which at the moment I don't see, but it could be. Somewhere it could be like behind the baseball fans, but as I move some more stuff around, I'll hopefully locate it, and that way I can, because those are the main things I kind of came here to do, is just get those, I can put them back together, and also just see what I'm dealing with here in terms of what needs to be moved around, and also try to pull up stuff that I'm going to be parting ways with, so I can get them out of here and make room for the stuff that I'm going to be keeping and bringing those here. So yeah, so let me go ahead and keep looking around, and then I'll pick it up from there. But yeah, what I do know is I'm probably gonna cut the video here and continue into the next one, just because I don't want this video to be too long. So yeah, I'll continue what I'm doing here on the next vlog video. So yeah, that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for more videos to come.